In today's video, I am breaking down David Jones Garcia and what he is able to do on the basketball court that you can do as well so that you can become a better basketball player. So let's get down and let's check out David Garcia. But really quick, make sure to go check out the shooting guard and center blueprint that is down in the description below if you want to be able to become a better and smarter basketball player. Now, this is one thing that I'm really not a huge fan of with NBA players these days, but in reality, this is just where the sport and where the game is at the NBA level. There is absolutely zero spacing on the floor for any of these four players. We want to try and push that ball down court as fast as possible, but there is zero spacing in this game. And this needs to change if you want to have even a faster game possible. Could the pass have gone to this guy? Depending on where the defense is, there is a possibility. These guys are currently jogging up the court, and so is David Jones Garcia. And then once he gets into the half court and they basically set up, there's a player in the post and there is a little bit better spacing out on the court right now, but not necessarily the greatest. It would have been nice to have him sprint down to his spot much earlier. However, this is a summer league game and there is not going to be too much complaining about spacing. Anyways, this defender way overplayed that side, and this is another thing that kind of gets the NBA in trouble in these days, and that is a very quick early shot clock three-point shot that is even slightly covered, but he was able to make it, so good on him. Now, this is another shot that I'm not a huge fan of, but he was able to get away with it because he made the shot. Here he is with the ball in the top left corner of the screen, and this is an early shot clock mid-range shot. Really hate early shot clock mid-range shots. That's just my thing. If it's going to be a mid-range, you might as well shoot a three. However, how he was able to take this shot and what he did beforehand is something that we can all learn from. And what he was able to do here is watch the body contact he makes right there, and then he's able to take that step away for that mid-range shot. This contact that he makes right here is what you can also do in game. And by making that contact and then taking that step away, it kind of took an extra dribble that he didn't necessarily need to take. He was still able to hit this mid-range shot, so good on him. Plays like this, what we see right here, is not necessarily going to be what we'll see in the NBA. We do see a teammate that gets into the paint, and then he holds on to the ball. The gap in distance between himself and his defender, this defender is very telling that he doesn't believe that this guy has a shot outside of 3 feet. This is why you need to be more of an aggressive player. Now, this is not David Jones Garcia that I'm talking about. However, when you are attacking, if we rewind just a little bit, if you are attacking and you get a switch off, whether they're playing a zone or a man, it doesn't necessarily matter. If you've got a defender who's basically daring you to take a 15-foot jumper and you don't take it, it's showing him and proving to the coaches that you got no shot. But then it messes up things for the rest of your team. However, it didn't necessarily mess up on David Jones Garcia. He was able to drive again, and then he was able to kind of go up for that 14-foot floater. Again, this defender is basically just ball watching, so maybe he just doesn't believe that anyone can hit his shot, or he's just a terrible defender in general because David Garcia was able to hit that shot over top of him with ease. Now, this just kind of bugs me a little bit over in this corner. So this is David Jones Garcia out in this corner, and right here, his man is ball watching. Yes, he's out in the corner. He is standing straight up. He is not ready to receive a pass. He is not really doing much at all. And then, when the ball goes into the high post, he is still just standing there without even having his hands up. Now, while I may be complaining and basically talking bad about him, and I very rarely do that in videos, I have to be able to complain about this so that you, as the viewer, if you are a player, need to know what you need to do. If your man goes and plays help on a man in the high post and you are on the weak side corner, you better be backdoor cutting that man. This could be a lob dunk. This could be a lot of different things. But in general, if you are him and you are playing at the NBA level, this needs to be an absolute master dunk. But that's not what happened. It was an absolute terrible pass to his feet, but at least he was able to take a dribble, which wastes time, and he was still able to hit that three-point shot. Now, right here, he does something really good, and he ends up playing the position that I absolutely love to play in basketball, which is the high post. Whenever I wanted to get assists and I wanted to try and inflate my stats, that is exactly where I would go, is the high post. I would turn my back to the defender, I would wait for a wing 45 cut. That's exactly what he does right here. Now, I'm not going to say that I dribbled towards the high post. I usually started in the low post and went to the high post, received the pass, made the pass to the cutter, and it was an easy layup. However, he's the one who dribbled to the post. I would never do that. However, he was able to make a dime of a pass to his teammate, and his teammate was then able to finish at the rim, so fantastic assist right there. Obviously, he has some court vision when it comes to making assists. And if you can pass the ball, you are going to be a very valuable player in the NBA. I will say one thing very good about him, and that is he knows how to make contact. And that is exactly what we see right here in this clip. So right here, he's attacking his man. He makes contact there, mistaken contact there, and then he was able to make that shot. He ended up making this shot with a foul because he was playing aggressive. Anytime that you can become aggressive at driving to the rim and going into your defender, you are going to be rewarded by the referee in most cases. As long as you're not overly trying to be aggressive, you will get that foul call, as what was called right here, and this guy saying, I didn't touch him. So sometimes when you get a mismatch, as we have right here, there's a couple of different options. You can drive if the gaps are not there, or you can try and get this guy to hezzy himself out of your way so that you can pull for a three. That's generally what we see right here. However, there is a very good reason as to why this worked out so smoothly. See, when you are a left-handed shooter, as we can see he is right here when he's going up for a shot, when you're going towards your right side, what generally happens is it allows your left side to get in line, your shoulder, elbow, and ball, much faster, which means that you're going to have a faster shot if you go towards the right side, if you are a left-handed shooter, because then you can, of course, get your shot, or at least your body in line. And that is why he was able to hit a shot like this over top of a taller player. So if you are a right-handed player, as an example, which he is not, and you went towards your left side, that would mean that you would be able to shoot the ball faster than if you were to go towards your right side if you were a right-handed player. I hope that this breakdown helps you become a better basketball player yourself. If it does, make sure to go check out the center and shooting guard blueprints that are down in the description below, because they give you 8 weeks of training as well as workouts, and it gives you basketball IQ so that you can become smarter, potentially even smarter than David Jones Garcia. I'll see you guys again in my next video. Hit that like button and subscribe.